Hello, good afternoon, or welcome to Econometrics by Richard. Um my name is Mokobi Richard. I'm going to take you on today. I'm going to take you on VAR methodology. We've treated OLS, we've treated descriptive statistics, we've treated ALDA and how to solve for post-estimation tests, the issues of serial correlations and autocorrelations, the issue of heteroscedasticity, how to correct for it. How to correct for it. So this in this platform we'll be treating the issue of vector autoregressive model and how to solve for it. So first and foremost, I will take you towards how to select the data set, how to run the VAR, how to run the VAR methodology. After running the VAR methodology, um, how to test, how to select the lag length criteria, and then how to run the estimations. And after running the estimations, how to do some later interpretations of the model, and then also how to and then the next YouTube video is going to be how to same thing we do for our AR test, how to correct the serial correlation and the heteroscedasticity test. So based on our model, we've actually agreed that the data set we're using, we've actually agreed we are going to use inflation, we are going to use exchange rate, we are going to use all-share index, we are going to use credit to private sector, and we are going to use uh, uh, government expenditure, and also we are going to use money supply. But the OPR, we saw that it was significant at I0, but the rest data set was significant at I1. And I want to let you know that most times, if you want to use the VAR methodology, make sure the unit root is stationary at I1 and not I0. Let there not be mixture of I0 and I1. We made clarification that if it is significant at I0 and I1, you're going to use the ALDA test. You remember that in the previous video, we actually included the OPR so that we have a mixture of I1 and I0 for us to run the ALDA test. So the VAR, after clicking this, you right click and then you go to open, and you see as VAR, you select as VAR. So you leave everything the way it is as standard VAR, 1, 2, inflation. So inflation is the dependent variable, but in VAR methodology, there's no independent variable. All of them affect each other. So all of them are different. So for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 variables. So which means this is a 6 by 6 matrix. You're going to have 6 different equations. Like if you look at the theory, that's what it's going to tell you. So you click on OK. So this is your model. So the first thing you have to do, you check the lag length criteria. That's the lag length that is okay for your estimation. When you click on lag length criteria, let's just leave it at 8. Then based on the results, we are seeing that the XC and HQ chose that we should use I1, while the FPE and AIC is telling us that we should use I2, and then we are seeing LR told us to use 6 lag, and then the log L, okay, it's not giving us anything. So now, based on that, we are going to use the one for SC and HK because it Schwartz criterion and HK Hens and Quants treats for the issue of parsimony, so over parameterization too. So most times you better go with the one of SC, which tells you that is taking I1. So since these two are contradictory, we have two here too. We have to go for the one of SC and HQ because they are better. Because Schwartz information criterion and Hannah Quinn information criteria, they give us the treat for the issue of over parameterization. So most time SC is most time better. But if we had something like IKK information criterion and SC and HQ, you still go for the one that SC and HQ and AIC is telling you. So when we go for that model, we'll go to estimate. Then we'll click on 1, and then we estimate the result. So this is actually your VAR results. The VAR result for the model. You can do the interpretation. You can see how each of them affects each other. For example, inflation, you can see exchange rate has a positive relationship, all share index have a positive relationship, Credit to private sector has a positive rate. Government expenditure has a profit rate with lag of inflation, and this one also having a positive relationship. So you can look at their relationship in the model, how each of them affects the model. So this is actually really good for interpretation. You can see your R square, your adjusted R square. So you have to check for the residual test. Most times you have to check for the AR root graph. If these dots are inside the it's called inverse root asymmetry. So most time normally the normal roots of AR is supposed to be outside, but since it's invert, you expect it to be inside. So looking at it, you can see that the model is robust, that it's actually inside. None of them are outside the circle. So you also test for the residual test. For example, let's say the autocorrelation LM test and this other test. So when you click on it, we say we are going to include one lag according to our estimation. You can see that there's an issue of serial correlation in this model. We click on the other one, heteroscedasticity, where you can still see that there is issue of heteroscedasticity. So which means you cannot do your impulse response function because there are issue of, because if there's issue of heteroscedasticity but there's no issue of serial correlation. I've told you based on this now, the probability is supposed to be higher than 0.05. So since this issue, you cannot go since there's issue of serial, if there's an issue of heteroscedasticity, you can do your impulse response function. But if there's issue of serial correlation, it will not be advisable for you to do your impulse response function. So looking at this, when we click on the autocorrelation LM test to see the issue of serial correlation, you can see that it is not advisable to do your impulse response function because you can see the null hypothesis, no serial correlation with the probability is 0.0. So you have to reject the null and then you accept the alternative that there is serial correlation. So you cannot do your impulse response function. So thank you for listening. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment. The next class I will teach you how to solve the issue of this issue of serial correlation in the model and heteroscedasticity. Thank you for listening.